Hello traders and welcome to today's Bitcoin update. It's been a while since I've done a video like this. As you all know, I have been away for the past few weeks and have been focusing more on the live streams, but it has been requested that I get back to these regular updates for you, and that is exactly what I am doing. So as always, please do hit the like button, hit subscribe if you have not done so already. And if you are new to this channel and new to this community, then please do go and check out tauruscrypto.com, where you can find out more information about ourselves and our crew. This is where we do daily live trading sessions. We have a ton of educational content, playbook examples, the real trades that you can take on a daily basis, and so much more. And just a reminder for anyone who is interested in this, we are now offering a lifetime membership to the crew, which is the equivalent of just 10 months of normal membership. Now, if you are a current or past crew member, you should have received a coupon of up to 50% off of this price here. That means that you can get lifetime membership for half of this price, maybe if you are a current or past crew member, depending on how much support you have given to our community over the last couple of years. Now, if you have not received one of those codes, then please do drop us a message on Discord or Twitter, and we will be able to sort you out with something, I am sure. Anyway, let's get into the price action. So we're going to start here we're going to do a little bit of hindsight stuff, and we're going to talk through what we have seen over the past couple of weeks, or well, the past few days, basically, just to give you some context. And then we're going to go over what I am looking for over the next few days. So we'll start here on the 4-hour chart, and we can see that Bitcoin over the weekend here, towards the end of last week and over the weekend, we were building these big CVD divergences, okay? Within this whole range, there was a lot of selling going on, but we were building these big divergences, and that led to a nice short squeeze up. Now, we have some confluence of why we have rejected at this point and why we are now seeing a pullback. So first of all, okay, the point of control of this entire range, okay, you can see the fixed range profile here. The point of control of this whole range was coming in right about where we got those candle closes there at 28K. With confluence on that, you had our anchored VWAP from our high of this range that was coming down and at a very similar level. Then you had your golden pocket here from this high to this low. Okay, that 618 level acting as, again, further confluence for this zone, this area of resistance here. And finally, if we just take off these ones here, then you can see that we had this high was taken into some liquidity and into a gap that we had above on the charts, where we had some single prints and we had some imbalances that were likely to be filled. Okay, so there is our resistance. This is why we have seen price unable to break through that. As I have been saying recently, this POC has been very, very important for the overall, like the higher time frames. If we are going to claim that and start to close above there, including this anchored VWAP, then I was looking for a move up towards that 29K region, which is what I will come to a little bit later on in this video. But for now, yes, we've seen this pullback, but where has that pullback come into? So this will take us down. Let's go on to the slightly lower time frames here. And if we're just looking a little bit more locally at this range, on the 1-hour time frame, then we can see here a little bit of, we can see the pullback that has occurred. Now, I'm going to go into a bit more depth of all of this and the opportunities that we had. But yesterday, what we were really looking for was a move up into this weekly open to be able to take a short position that would inevitably take us down into this daily point of control and the single prints that we have down here. And that's exactly where it's gone. Now, this was a bit tricky, okay? We had, if I just go a little bit closer in, okay, this on the 15-minute time frame, then you can see we never quite hit that weekly open. And for me, frustratingly, okay, I didn't get filled on this position. I wasn't able to take the trade on this. I had my alerts went off after we took out this high, but we didn't hit that weekly open, and I wasn't quick enough in order to get this trade. However, we did have a couple of other opportunities afterwards, okay? The first one being if we just go over here, then we can see if we pull our fibs from our high to our low over here, then you can see that 618 level, the orange line in the middle. Let me just add the levels onto this. You can see once again that golden pocket coming in as resistance right there. And also a second opportunity, if you needed it, was from our high over here, the anchored VWAP then coming down. So once you started to break through that, lose it again, anchored VWAP there as further confluence for a move down. And then even if you missed that one, so that's actually where I was able to get into a short position. And then if you missed that one, then we had the daily open, and this is one that is in our playbook strategies, okay? So what we often look for on the daily open is for a move to take liquidity on basically the opposite side of the trade that you want to take. So on this occasion, okay, you have your highs, you have your lows. Well, the first move of the day was it took out the highs, okay, and then what happens is as soon as you then lose your daily open, so this sets you up for a trade called a VWAP. I call it the VWAP open drive. This takes a little bit longer on this occasion, but we got that move up, sweep of liquidity, you lose the daily open, and then what you are wanting to do is you're wanting to get an entry at your daily open and your VWAP here. So if we add the session VWAP on, you can see that perfect little touch of the VWAP there. And then you can just use that as a short position from exactly that point. There's your invalidation at the high, and you are riding that down until VWAP is reclaimed or until you get a big spike of volume, which on this occasion happened just here. So this would have been for myself a take profit on that candle there, and you would still be in this trade now because we are still below that VWAP. That trade is still continuing on, so you don't need to do anything until that stop is until you come through that level and start to close above and reclaim that VWAP there. So there's been a few opportunities to be able to get into those short positions that have led us down into these single prints. So what are we looking at now, I guess? So first of all, what we had as confluence for this, now I can just show you here on the TPO chart, is again, this is what we were looking for yesterday, that move up. And yesterday was quite interesting from the perspective of a TPO, because we did have that move into the POC, we got that rejection, we held the value area low of the day, and then we had that move up to the value area high. So we did fill all of the basically the value area of the previous day yesterday. We created some nice balance, and then for today, because we had the poor lows and poor highs, it was very likely that if we were going to take that out, that was going to get broken, and we've moved down to the next area of balance, which, surprise, surprise, look, there's your volume. It is down here at 27,150, 27,200, and we are starting to range again in this zone here. So I do think we're at a good point in which to be looking for a bounce, but as of yet, I have not taken any long position. I'm holding the short for now and just seeing how this goes at this stage. So what else do we want to go over? I've got to get back my bearings on this and talk about where I think we're likely to see price headed next. So, okay, these are, again, what we have here. If we're looking at our support, the single prints, that is where we came into. So by that, we mean these imbalances that were formed on the way up, an impulsive move up that has yet to be retested. We've come back through and filled that. And all of this here, fairly balanced. Okay, you can see this pretty impulsive move there, but you tested it here. And this is the first time really that we've come back in to fill these imbalances. Daily point of control because it's, or daily naked point of control because it's a previous area of high volume, it is likely that that is going to be a fairly congested area, and is why we are now seeing price range around there. If we are to get a further move down, then my next area of interest is down here at 26,700. Okay, you can see here you've got your 618, your 702, and your 786 fib levels down here. So that gives us a little bit of further confluence for that low to this high. So if we are going to get a further drop down, then 26,700 becomes quite a key level for myself. And I think if we are going to reclaim this NPOC area and start to get back above this range here, then we could quite easily see a move up, maybe not all the way back up towards daily open, But we do have, once again, single prints that have been formed on the way down and imbalances that have been formed on the way down. That you can quite clearly see, once again, if I bring up the TPO, starting here at 27,200 and ending there at 27,270. Sorry, 27,540. So you do have a big zone there of single prints that if price can get into there, then you would look for a move back through into, because we have this double distribution on the day, you're likely to go, okay, quick move through there. If price can hold here and get back above, then we're likely to see ourselves coming back up towards that 27,600 zone once again. What else do we have to say? So if we carry on, we're going to zoom out again. And I do want to go over something that I have been talking about, for a while. And that is that 25.3, 25.200 area. Okay, as you will know, I've been going on about this for quite some time. So if we are to lose these local levels that you see here, okay, if we start to break down below that 26,700, I would expect these lows to be swept again. I don't mind a partial retrace from this, but as soon as we start to go beyond the 618, it becomes quite likely, the probability is fairly high that we're going to go and take out these lows down here. Now, this is the level that I've been wanting for a while, okay? We've been waiting and waiting and waiting for this. And we now might be getting that opportunity. I'm just interested as well, curious to see. Nah, it's coming in a little bit too low. But yeah, we do have our 25.3, 25.200 area. As you can see, previous range high, depending on where you're going to draw that from, either there or there, you can see the confluence. It's a $100 difference, so it doesn't really make too much difference on that. And the nice thing about using this high from back in August is you can see again here that area of imbalances coming in, these wicks from the 16th of March, before you get a big breakthrough on the 17th. And all of this, yet we haven't filled the whole, like this whole area. So we do have this green zone coming in below, which are still imbalances that have yet to have been refilled or retested on the chart. With confluence to that, we have our yearly anchored VWAP. Okay, so from the 1st of January, our anchored VWAP coming in there, and also on the daily chart, our 200 EMA. So they are just starting to approach this little green zone. We've got the 200 that has just found its way into that today. So now I think finally, we've been talking about it for a while. It is fairly likely that we do see a test of this, I think. And that is one of my higher time frame plans. If we are to get a move down, I would be very interested in buying in that area, but we'll have to wait and see. As of yet, we are just having a, like you can see here, downtrend, break, back test. Okay, very, very clean. So on the way down, there's a downtrend. You break through this. Okay, this is still internal at this stage. We are coming back in. At the moment, we're about 50% retrace from here to here. And if this does hold, then that would lead us to be looking for higher targets. But yeah, there's some more confluence with this as well. Like if we draw our fibs, okay, there's your 0.5 from that 10th of March low. And if we are going to go for the year, then if you add on your 382, then you can see the 382 there coming in at the same point as which that 0.5 is. And even if you were to pull this down towards those lows, there's plenty of confluence there. Okay, so it's the macro 382, the less macro EQ 0.5, and then we have the anchored VWAP and the 200 EMA coming in at that same zone there. If we're looking for a move up, okay, hopefully this is all, hopefully you're still following. If we are looking for a move up, then I do have a level of interest above us, and that is 28,900. Okay, so with that, we are looking at, let's take off this EMA here. Confluence there once again with another daily NPOC. So again, if you have a look up here, there it is. All right, 28,900. This is from all the way back here on the 7th of May, the day after my birthday. So yeah, we do have that confluence there. That brings us up to the value area high of this range. And once again, if we are to look at our fib pools, then you've got your 618 just above there at 29,000. And if we go for this more local one, then it's coming in around that 786 as well here. So yeah, reasons to be looking at that above if we are to get that move higher. Finally, just a reason to be, so let's just add on this and why, if we are to hold here, why we might not get that move down to 25,300. And if we are to hold and be looking for a break above, obviously the resistance that we've seen, where would I be looking at on these higher time frames? So the next level for me realistically is that 33K. Okay, I think if we are going to hold this range and start to break above, I wouldn't necessarily be looking for shorts until we get to that 33K target. Now, what we can basically see from this, I mean, you draw that line on there, we're kind of in a bit of a bull flag. All right, it's not the kind of pattern that we often like to trade, but it is a bit of a bull flag. So if we are going to hold, break above, then I do think a move up towards that 33K is quite likely. Now, the interesting thing about this, from our all-time high, our anchored VWAP has been holding price for quite a while. Okay, and if it can remain there, I'm okay with a drop down here and then a move up. That's cool with me. You're still holding the right area. It's still well within tolerance, just this zone down here. I really wouldn't want to be losing that. Otherwise, it does bring about those double bottom scenarios that we have been talking about as well on some of the streams. But yeah, if we are to continue to hold this, continue to hold within this local range, then I think a move up to take the liquidity above this high and come into these imbalances here is the next area that I am looking for. This has been a 17-minute long video going quite in depth over a lot of the analysis. So I am going to wrap it up here. Once again, if you have enjoyed the video and you found it helpful just to get a bit of perspective back on the charts again, then please do, well, make sure you give it a like anyway. But give me a comment below. Give a comment below if you have any requests or anything you would like to see me cover in the future, then please do comment. And if you have made it to the end of the video, then just comment below to say you've made it to the end of the video, because it's very nice to know that you guys are giving that kind of support and are watching all the way through to the end. But yes, on that note, I will say goodbye and I will see you in the next video. We do have our New York trading room with the crew today. And yeah, I will see you again on a live stream very soon. That will be on Thursday. But yeah, until then, have a great day. Happy trading, and I'll see you soon. Cheers. Bye.